To my Optimist family, as we prepare to end the 2019 to 2020 Optimist year, I want to take a moment to say thanks to each and every one of you for the focus and the commitment to strengthening our organization during this first year of the next century of service of Optimist International. Last year in Louisville at our convention, I asked you to imagine a simple theme but with a big meaning. I asked you to imagine how we could see this organization in a new light, how we could reimagine the financial, the marketing, and operational platforms of Optimist International to allow it to be the premier youth-serving organization in the world. And I said we can do this through a 6-step plan, a plan that focuses on our governance and financial stability, our marketing and our public engagement, looking at our reimagining our convention, leadership development, our sense of purpose, and digital transformation. Each one of those steps was supportive of each other, but designed to make us stronger, more resilient, and a more highly focused organization that could respond to the needs of our membership and respond to the challenges facing our children and the communities in which they live. Now I'm pleased to report that we made a lot of progress during this year, despite of and in spite of the issues that we have faced, particularly the global pandemic, COVID-19. From a governance and financial stability perspective, your board of directors focused on a number of issues that came out of our RUSA committee, which was chaired by past President Bob Garner. We looked at a federation pilot for the St. Lawrence region, and I'm pleased to report that our board has approved this pilot to proceed on October 1, 2021. We've looked at our district structures, and we have ranked those districts in positions of strength and did an audit and assess how they're able to cope going forward. We've reviewed and updated and looked at our bylaws and our board policies to make them 21st century ready. We've put in place an investment advisory committee as well as a human resource personnel committee to strengthen how we can look at our financial and our human resource complement. Marketing and public engagement was not spared. We've hired a social media manager. We've expanded our marketing department and our initiatives. We've heightened our social media engagement across all media. And we have approved a social media policy to ensure that we do these steps responsibly. We've looked at our convention. We were able to execute a virtual convention. I know many of you had a lot of fun there. And we were able to introduce our convention to 500 new first-timers. Over 1,700 people participated in that. And I think it was a success by all metrics that we have used to measure it. We have looked at new platforms for engagement to bring our organization closer to our clubs. We've introduced a new platform called Presidents to Presidents, where I engage with all the presidents in the clubs so that they could hear firsthand issues that the board of directors was addressing, but also so the board could hear issues directly from our club presidents. Our governors and our vice presidents also benefited from new training. And we were able to launch our learning management system in May that I like to call our Optimist University, which improves our method of delivering training to all of our members. And a few weeks ago, we launched our OptiForum initiative to address topical issues that face our members and the constituents that we serve. But it also can create a possible portal for a new revenue stream for Optimist International, where we can host online events and fora. Our sense of purpose, who we are, what we stand for, what we do. In all of my communications, you keep hearing me say that we're a global organization, now operating in 28 countries in 6 continents. We positively impact the lives of 6 million children and the communities in which they live by spending over $78 million through a network of almost 2,500 clubs. We have over 15,000 Joy children in our Junior Optimist program, and we've just launched our first global Joy Around the World Optimist Club. Our board has approved a number of new programs that are digital friendly that allow us to continue our service during this pandemic and beyond. Our digital transformation went up a whole new notch. And we've looked at webinars, our learning management system, as I told you. We've looked at a new app that we are going to roll out for our convention in Atlanta next year to make it easier to navigate our international convention. We've hired more human resources within the digital sphere, and I believe that these steps are important for us to understand how we can respond in a way that we are a true 21st century organization. Now, the reports that I've gotten from you and the positive affirmation that I keep hearing from our membership tells me that we're going in the right direction. And I know that I could not have done it without your support and help. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, we did it with the fierce urgency of now. We didn't allow this pandemic to derail us. It strengthened our resolve to do even more, faster, more quickly, so that we can ensure that our members were engaged enough so they can carry out service to the communities in which they serve. We must continue to be adaptable, to quickly find solutions and serve our communities. Millions of children sleep better, learn better, live better because of the golden touch of these hands that we call optimism. In every single corner of the earth, there are adults living productive and positive lives because an optimist impacted their lives. It was an ambitious agenda, but I know working with our board and our staff and with all of you members of clubs, we were able to get it done. I want to personally thank my amazing team of vice presidents and governors who have used their collective wisdom and individual creativity to find new ways to lead during the pandemic that threatened to derail our plans. You have done well, and I know that our members are appreciative of your leadership. I'd like to thank Benny Ellaby and the entire staff of Optimist International in St. Louis and Montreal for their support of the board and for the countless hours of participation in meetings supporting the board, its committees, and the members. I'm comfortable that in spite of the disruption of the COVID-19 pandemic, that we did our best to keep the organization alive and our membership engaged. I'm truly humbled by and appreciative of the support and the professional and respectful manner in which you engage with me, my wife Anne, and my daughter Sanea. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for the love and support that you have given us as a first family. I now invite all of us to renew our commitment to this organization by choosing optimism and supporting my colleague and your friend, Mark Weinsoff, as he assumes the presidency. President Mark has been a fearless defender of Optimist International, and he has worked on the last number of boards in every key decision that we have made. He defends Optimist International and the principles that we stand for. I encourage the new board and our entire membership to support him and his leadership as we move forward with greater confidence to bring out the best in our children, our communities, and our members. It's been a hell of a year, but I wouldn't have had it any other way. Thank you for reposing the confidence in me to be your leader. I thank you for all you have done for my family and myself to allow us to serve you in a way that we believe will be productive for our future. Have a wonderful year as we choose optimism, and thank you for the year where we dared to imagine.
I'm honored to be speaking to you live from Optimist International headquarters in St. Louis, Missouri. I woke up this morning filled with gratitude, positive intent, and hope as we enter the new Optimist year 2020-2021. I spent the morning writing letters of gratitude to important people, too many to mention in this opening message. But I want to make a special gratitude statement to our past international president, Adrian Elcock, whose year of imagining a new organization to go forward in our second century of service took an amazing turn halfway through the year. It was really his vision that enabled us to go forward without missing a step as circumstances changed and we needed to go into a virtual world to make the same positive impact we've been making for the last 100 years. He was the right man to lead us in that direction, and some of the other initiatives that he started during the past Imagine year, we're going to continue with his continued leadership and partnership with me and the Optimist International Board of Directors as we go forward. So I really cannot express enough gratitude to Adrian for the mentorship he's shown me, the leadership and fellowship that we've had working together for the last year. And I want to make a special gratitude to First Lady Anne and Sanea, who's our Secretary Treasurer of our newest Joy Club, the Joy Around the World Club. But Anne, you must be so proud that we opened a new country with Optimist International with the opening of the Optimist Club of Belize yesterday. And we're so proud to have a new country in our fold. We've been expanding internationally at a great pace, thanks to many efforts of staff and members in our organization, and really because people around the world want to choose optimism. I woke up also with positive intent. Every morning before I get out of bed, I think about what will I do today to help make this world a better place. Well, today was easy for me to do as we embark on this Choose Optimism year. And I am so looking forward to sharing optimism with everyone around the world, because that is what we need today. And that brings me to the next thing, which is hope. I truly believe that our organization is the organization that can provide what is needed in today's society. In troubled times, optimism gives us the resilience and the way power to go along with the willpower to overcome whatever obstacles we face. And I invite you as Optimist Club members to join me in making this world a better place by sharing our optimism with as many people in your community as possible. When we choose optimism in our clubs and for ourselves, we will be happier, healthier, more successful. And doesn't it make sense to share this optimism with as many people as possible? I invite you right now to invite somebody who's been in their home for the last 6 months to come and share optimism with you, just like Eddie Marquez did with me over 30 years ago today. Eddie Marquez was a member of an Optimist Club for many, many years, and there's only one person he asked to join our organization. And I'm forever grateful that he chose me to share optimism with him. And now I invite you to do the same with as many people as you can, and turn your club into an optimistic club, because that's what our communities need today. I'm looking forward to a year of great optimism, great success, and great powerful things that will happen due to your efforts in your clubs in every community around the world. Thank you for being a part of our organization. And thank you for joining us today. And please choose optimism.